I'm gonna be honest with you. I spent a lot of money renovating my bedroom, which means you are gonna see every single crevice.
Start your computations.
I have another cup of coffee. I've been awake since 4:30 and it's currently 3. I have a long night tonight because it's my friend's birthday. So a second cup is definitely needed. Hello, welcome back. My name is Bash Harry and this is the Harry Knit. We do videos all about knitting, crafting, and all that good stuff. And today I want to sit down in my little knitting corner that I've made in the past 6 months-ish and just do a knit and chat. We haven't done a knit and chat in a while, and there have been some updates. Last week I posted my engagement vlog. Some people thought I was getting married. I wasn't. I was getting engaged, 2 different things. But I thought it would be really fun to kind of just talk about what it was like getting engaged, how I felt, and the journey to getting engaged. I feel like if and when I get married, I'll probably do one about marriage. But for now, I'll just do engagement because it was already a very hectic event as it was. If you saw the vlog, a lot of things to do to prep for just one day. And my partner did not do as significantly much as I did, mostly because there were people coming into my room. I had to clean it up. I had to get all the makeup artists and the photographers for my personal photographer sorted. And it was just a headache and a half. And I needed like 2 weeks to really recuperate and just relax from it. But now I'm here and I want to talk a little bit about getting engaged. This video is a personal one, and I get it. Sometimes you don't really want to hear about my personal life. But you know, there'll be more videos that are not so personal on this channel. I am currently finishing up something that I have been working on for the past year. And it's not a hard pattern. I think I just had a really bad knitting slump for the past year. And this is the Riff Tee. I'll leave a link in the description. And I'm almost done. I did 1 sleeve yesterday. I'm finishing up the 2nd sleeve. I just have to do the ribbing. And I'm using Drops Bell for it because I was like, I want a plain white t-shirt. So I made myself a plain white t-shirt with the yarn in question. But now part of me wishes I used a different yarn just so I could use this specific yarn for a different project. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We have quite a bit to talk about, and I have to start. Oh, my iPad fell. It has my notes. I have a lot to knit up. I feel like sometimes the best time for me to knit is really when I'm sitting down filming or watching something, and I don't have time to watch anything right now. I have to really focus on the work that I have to do over this weekend. So let's just talk about the engagement. What we did was not very common in what I would consider the Western world. From what I know, I decided to get engaged, or me and my partner decided to get engaged, like maybe in June, July-ish. But we didn't realize we were going to be officially, formally engaged until maybe 3 weeks before the event. And because I'm Malay and we're both Muslim, the process of an engagement is very different because it's a more formal event. We call it the bertunang. It's like the official gathering and the confirmation that he is somebody that wants me. And it's a very traditional way of doing it. I understand. He didn't get down on one knee. I didn't say yes formally. And to be honest, I don't think I would have wanted that. I know like my friends in the UK and even different parts of the world, they have talked about getting engaged. They're like saying, oh, he proposed to me like this and that. And it sounds so beautiful, but I never really had that connection because I wasn't raised with that connection. And I guess the engagement really was just for us to kind of confirm that we wanted to spend a long time together. And, you know, a lot of people get engaged for a variety of reasons. Usually it's love. And in my partner, in my case, yes, it was love. But it was a decision that took me, specifically me, a long time to decide. Because we've been together for just over 3 years. Our anniversary was in August. And I think I remember the year before that, around our second anniversary, we were getting to the age, I was turning 25, he was already 27, and, you know, a lot of our friends and mostly family were asking, oh, when are you guys getting married? You know, it's time. You're of age. And I told him, I was just like, I am not ready to get married at this age. I am not mentally prepared. Please don't ask me to marry you or give me an ultimatum about marriage, because I'll definitely run the other way. And he understood. And I'm very lucky to have a partner who understood that I wasn't ready for that level of commitment at the time. There's a lot of expectations with us, me being the eldest daughter and him being, I think, like the middle child, and because his age too, that being or getting engaged, having our nikah, getting married, was definitely just the next step in our relationship. And we've talked about it a lot, where we don't feel like being affianced was this big deal. It was just going to be the natural step into the relationship if we were to continue our relationship. And I didn't realize I wanted to get married to him specifically until I went to Malaysia by myself. I went to Miri just on a spontaneous solo trip, because I used to do that a lot back when I was in uni. I used to, when I felt sad, this is not financial advice, don't do this, don't listen to me, but I used to buy like last minute tickets on Ryanair for like 12 quid, 10 quid, and I would just spend that time by myself and just explore a city that I've never been to. So I went to Venice and Budapest by myself, and it was absolutely beautiful. I went to Korea. That was also really fun, and I managed to just enjoy myself a lot. And obviously my partner understood where I was coming from. I think I was just very stressed at the time. And once I was on that trip, I just realized how much I enjoyed this freedom and this escape. I think that's the best word to describe it. But with that escape, I realized how easy it was for me to kind of keep my head in the clouds and really just keep floating instead of really focusing on what was important to me, like my family and my friends and whatever work I was planning on doing. And I thought about it long and hard as to what I really wanted. And I realized, you know, my partner was somebody who could keep me not necessarily grounded. He knows that I don't think I could ever stay so long on the ground metaphorically, but he keeps me tethered and he keeps me whole as much as he can make me whole as somebody who is already whole. I think it was really important for me to tell my partner I am ready instead of feeling like I was forced to. And spending that time alone really helped clear my mind about getting married and what I wanted to do in the future and whether I wanted to continue doing law or just in general what I wanted to become. Because, you know, I'm 26 now. I've been on social media for about a decade, and it's a long time to be a part of something. And I really felt like my partner was the right person for me to really give myself that humanity, that comfort that I think I was just constantly seeking when I was younger. Oh, and this gets so much more emotional than I thought it was. I promise you, it's not this sappy. I'm usually not a very sappy person. Actually, that's a lie. I'm very sappy with my partner. My sisters can attest to that. But yeah, I think it was definitely something that I realized. And then when I came back to Brunei, I told my partner, okay, I think it's time for us to tell our parents. And then as soon as we told our parents, they were just like, okay, let's do this. And wedding planning is already so stressful as it is. And then we planned the engagement in just like 3 weeks, but I'll talk about that more later on. The proposal itself wasn't very special. There was nothing so incredible about it. And I think that's the way I like it. We've talked about having like a public or a more special proposal, like one that you could probably post on Instagram or something like that where he surprises me. But I'm not somebody who's good at surprises. I do not like surprises. I like knowing things. And this is just, we agreed that maybe it wasn't for the best. Our parents met sometime maybe around July, June-ish. No, I think it was definitely July. And then I think they had a high tea. We actually decided, or we thought we were just going to get formally engaged maybe end of this year or January-ish time, early next year, which was, I think, a good time to plan an engagement, which is basically just a small event. But then we found out that it was actually going to be in 3 weeks. So we had like a high tea on 3rd September, I think, and then 3 weeks later, we were going to get engaged. And we were just like, oh my God, what? So I think we were just all very stressed out for like in high gear. We were sorting out the dresses, we were sorting out the palamin. I was checking to see if the photographers were like available, making sure my hair and my makeup was going to be good because there was no way I was going to do my own makeup that day. I had to ask my friends who were going to be bridesmaids. And then I think at the moment during that time, I was very stressed out. I was very tired. But now 2 weeks post the engagement, I'm like, actually, it was not so bad. It came all together. We got the ring at a local jeweler. It's this one. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty. It's not a diamond, it's a tourmaline ring, which is like the soft, it comes in different colors, but we had the pink one and we decided to put some little tiny diamonds around it. And I think it's really pretty. It's definitely a lot more traditional than what I would have chosen personally for myself. It's definitely really pretty. It might not be something that I personally would have seen myself wearing as a ring. And even now, I don't wear it every day. I think I only wear it for special occasions and for this video. But it is a beautiful ring. I think we might go to KL or Singapore to look for a nikah ring and a wedding band. So within Islamic weddings or Islamic engagements, there are things that you have to usually bring. So we have the list that involves our dowry, the buka mulut, which quite literally means open mouth, but it's a very metaphorical way of saying it, and the money that is offered for me. So I keep some of that money. It's a traditional way to show that he is financially able to provide for his wife. Saying it out loud, it's a very interesting concept. But I'm not gonna complain too much about it. It was something that was important to my parents, and I understand in that context. It was really important for me to make sure my friends and family were involved. My mom organized a lot of it. My partner's family organized their side. And then me and my friends, my bridesmaids, we did quite a few things. We had to pack up the packaging. They had to be there during the engagement when I was not present because I was doing my hair and makeup, so I had to focus on relaxing or just taking it easy. So a lot had to happen for that engagement to be a success. I say success very loosely because I think so long as I get to see my partner, I think it was a good time all around. I didn't realize though that I was going to cry. I was telling everybody, and I was telling myself, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna cry. I'm too tired, I'm too hungry. And it was true, I had not eaten that day because I was just so stressed from everything and I forgot to eat. But anyway, I was so tired, I didn't think I was gonna cry. But as soon as I was walking down the steps and I saw everybody there and I saw the palamin and then I saw all the lights, I started crying my eyes out and I was like, oh no, Mom, help me. And she had to wipe my tears with a tissue that she had, and my sisters were like, oh, that's so cute. And the funny thing is, because it was a Bruneian Malay wedding or engagement, my partner wasn't there for like at least half an hour until I sat down. Which, yeah, because that's how it works. He doesn't actually put the ring on me. His mom placed the ring on my finger, and then we took pictures, and then 30 minutes later, he came being like, I'm here. That's so wild to me. But yeah, that was how the event went. I think I had one bite of a popia and some cake before we had to take the photos outside, our engagement photos. And it was really nice. It was really pretty. But I think the one thing that I was so happy about was the fact I could get McDonald's afterwards, because I was starving. When I say I devoured that McDonald's, I devoured that spicy chicken McDeluxe. I hadn't eaten McDonald's for 3 weeks. I was gonna eat that. I was gonna devour that. And I did. If I could honestly give any advice on getting engaged, I don't know if I could, because it is a very unique process specifically to my culture. It is beautiful, but it is definitely something that not a lot of people have experienced. But I think something that I always have to remember, just in general, is that engagements or anything to do with celebrating your love for each other should be focused on you guys. And I have to remind myself that almost every single time we talk about weddings, wedding planning, because sometimes it can get very stressful to think about. Decision fatigue is a real thing. Deciding what to wear, deciding the hair, deciding everything. And one thing that I really love to do again, which I'm probably going to do for my wedding and my engagement, is that I am definitely going to send out presentations and PDFs to everyone that is directly involved with me. I sent a photo deck with photo inspirations to each of the photographers. I sent an inspiration PDF guidebook for my makeup artist, my family and friends makeup artist, and my hairstylist. So they were pretty clear on what I wanted, or like the vision that I had for myself and my family. And I also created a PDF presentation and a meeting for my bridesmaids, so they knew what their roles were on the day, instead of everybody just like figuring out what to do. They already knew what their goals were, or like what their roles were, which was very important to me. This is definitely something that me being type A probably should have taken a step back at, but I can't do that. I enjoy organizing a little bit too much, I will admit. I think for me, I guess, I'm not so stressed anymore about engagements or getting engaged. I don't even feel like I'm affianced. Sometimes I still call my partner my boyfriend, but most of the time I call him my partner anyway. I don't really, and I think I'll probably continue that even if we're married. I don't like the term boyfriend or husband. Not for me personally, too gendered. But, you know, it makes me excited. I'm not excited. I was gonna say I was excited for wedding planning, but I'm not. I know there are people in this world who love wedding planning. They make it their whole thing. They're wedding planners. But there are wedding planners for a reason. I do not feel comfortable with wedding planning. I would rather delegate that to somebody else, if I'm honest. But so long as I am with my partner, I feel like we can get through this. The tips I've heard from other people is that wedding planning is the hardest part for everything. You always want to make sure you and your partner are on the same level. So that's what I am trying my hardest to do. But if you have any tips on, you know, how to do the wedding planning without tearing each other apart, please let me know, because I feel like that's something we have to do and that we have to learn. So any tips for those who are getting married or have been married or have done the wedding planning process, whether through you or your family or friends, please let me know. Also, I just want to say something really quickly, because I don't know where else to put this, but I thought it was going to be a little bit important to anybody who's watching who's around my age or younger or even older. It's okay not to get married where you are right now or ever. I think we as a society definitely put a lot of pressure on women specifically to get married, especially get married young. I think I'm very young, because I'm 26, and I think 26 is still a pretty young age to get married. It is, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. I do think 26 is a pretty young age to get married, and I'll probably be 26 or turning 27 by the time we get married. So it's okay to take it slow. You don't have to rush with all of this. Take it at your own pace and listen to what you and your mind is telling you. If you're not ready to get married, that's okay. If you don't ever want to get married, that is okay. This video is not trying to force you to get married too young especially when you're not ready. And that obviously depends on who you are, what your life is, how you're feeling, are you stable? A lot of factors go into getting married, and I cannot do that in this video because this is a knitting channel. We do not talk about relationships in that way. This is just some general things I've noticed since a lot of people I know, my peers, are in the marrying age. If you don't want to get married yet, it's okay if you haven't found the right one. The right one will be patient and understand. And I think that's just important for me to tell you. Anyway, I am almost done with the sleeve. I just have to finish a few more inches, but my camera battery is running out, so I think I should end this video soon. But if you do like this video, please do subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping to make a lot more content, a lot more videos soon, maybe in this space, maybe in a different corner of the room. Maybe I'll do a room tour one of these days. I have definitely renovated a lot since the last time we made a video, and I think it looks really cute. But anyway, my name is Bash Harry, this is the Harry Knit, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!
Start your computations.